What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. First video we've made in a couple of days, but I'm excited to get back into it with you guys. A couple of talking points to get into. We got a couple of new portal additions that I'd like to speak about, as well as an article written by Isaiah Hull from Wolverines Wire from USA Today about Anthony Simpson. So, with that being said, I want to get right into it with the Anthony Simpson situation. Uh, there is now growing speculation that perhaps Sherrone Moa was blackmailed. That's at least Anthony Simpson's claim. Blackmailed behind the scenes by both staff and players. It really rubbed Anthony Simpson the wrong way, apparently, and he did speak about it publicly. So he believes that the blackballing of Sherrone Moa led to him not getting a fair shot, a fair opportunity within Michigan's system. And these are obviously not the stories that you want to hear about, you want to read about your program. But at the same time, these are the exact types of things that has led to Michigan having such a drastic reset within their program from both a coaching perspective and a player personnel perspective. So I want to read a direct quote from Anthony Simpson on this matter. He said, "Targets versus non-targets, I was the best slot receiver for Michigan, and I was treated unfairly due to the Sherrone Moa being blackmailed by players and staff, which jeopardized my opportunity to get on the field. Fastest player on the team, and I won reps every day, only there for fall camp. Our team captains also advocated for me to play. I was denied fairness." It's worth noting that there is zero actual evidence obtained to corroborate what he's saying. I'm not saying he's a liar, but there's just no proof at this time. Based on all the other kind of sketchy behind the scenes things that we've seen out of the program in recent years, my instinct tells me that he's probably not lying. Right. There probably was some blackmail. There is that speculation that had Michigan beaten Ohio State, that nothing about Sherrone Moa would have come out publicly. I'd like to believe that that's not true, but you never know. This is a business first at the end of the day for these guys. It's a business of winning. Programs and guys will do a lot to make sure they win games. But this is a story that I think is worth tracking and worth taking seriously, to at least to some extent, just because it's a potential another black mark, if you want to put it that way, on the program. Anthony Simpson, he was a transfer out of UMass. We brought him in. It seemed more like a depth piece at the time. He was productive at UMass. He played for a Power 4 team before that and had some success as well. They seem to have only used him really on blocking schemes. They used him really as a blocker for the most part. When they brought in Donovan McCulley, it really shut down a lot of his snaps, a lot of his reps in games. And he believes that, at least his claim is that the other players on the team told him, like, hey, we think that you're better than the opportunities that you're getting. We think you're the best guy to put on the field at the slot position, and he believes that blackmail led to him not getting reps. Now, granted, I don't understand how the blackballing or blackmailing of Sherrone Moa, if that did happen, directly affected his snaps. I don't understand how those two things correlate. But it's a weird piece of news that I'm gonna continue to look into and kind of track just out of sheer curiosity, to be honest. I don't think anything's going to come of it or anything like that. I like most Michigan people are just moving on and looking forward to the next season with the new regime in place. So that is the first bit of news I wanted to cover, because it's really weird. I have no idea how to really take it. Going into the two portal editions that we signed, most recently is linebacker Nathaniel Stalling. He's a middle linebacker from North Dakota State. He has 1 year of eligibility remaining, so he'll be in that winged helmet for a year. It's not a big deal. He was highly productive for North Dakota State. 75 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, 3 interceptions. Yes, it's at the FCS level, so we'll see how it translates to the Power Conference. He's not a starter. He'll be a rotational piece, but highly productive. At this stage of the portal, that's mostly what you're getting. You're not really going after starters. You're not going to get any starters. You're getting productive role players. So the linebacker position has definitely just needs some more bodies. So I think it's a solid addition for how late we are in the portal cycle. So I do like that addition of Nathaniel Stalling. And the big one is what happened a few days ago is Celelesi Moa. He's a former Utah commit, hence the appeal coming to Michigan following Kyle Whittingham. He first committed to Tennessee actually as a kind of a verbal commit, and then later flipped to Utah. He was the number 1 player in the state of Utah. So I don't know how Tennessee got him in the first place, but I don't know if they offered him a bag or what the sales pitch was there. But he did commit to Tennessee first before committing to Utah. He can play either DB or wide receiver. He's listed as an athlete. He played both in high school at a high level, noted for both safety, nickel back type of player. But he also had over 1,000 receiving yards and a boatload of catches and touchdowns as well. He immediately comes in now as the 3rd ranked player in Michigan's 2026 cycle. There's the speculation, what I've heard from other kind of experts more closely involved with the program and whatnot, that had he gone to Tennessee, he probably would have been more of a receiver. But Utah and subsequently Michigan view him more as a defensive back. I think that if the kid is healthy and if he can play both at a high level, I'd be all for him playing both sides of the ball, kind of being your sugar-free Travis Hunter, if you will. We still, it would still behoove the team to go after that defensive back depth, but also the wide receiver depth. I know that some people are not as worried about the wide receiving core as I am, but outside of 2 names, really, I don't think we have a whole lot to utilize on a regular basis. We'll see if these guys can make that 2nd or 3rd year jump. But Celelesi Moa is a very, very good athlete. And I think that when you have guys that are that athletic and who can play multiple parts of the field, that I think that you should utilize that within reason. Obviously, he's going to be a true freshman. So I don't know if you want to put his body on the line that often from both sides of the ball, but good players got to play, man. And so the added bonus that getting him brings is that his older brother, decided to transfer in from Michigan State as well, which additionally adds to that linebacker depth that I mentioned. So it's kind of a 2 for the price of 1 type of signing with getting Celelesi Moa. But this is kind of a cherry on top to this recruiting cycle / portal cycle. And I think that the team has really come along from top to bottom. And that's not to say it's perfect. That's not to say that there's no holes, but I do think that even the roster, I think, is a net increase in talent, right? And it's guys that are going to fit the system. It's guys that are going to be solid rotational pieces. So I'm excited for those 2 guys as well. So with that said, we'll end it here. Make it a nice short video, short and sweet, right to the point. If you guys like the content, consider subscribing. We're I'm about 28 subscribers away from 500, so that'd be a really cool little milestone for the channel to hit. I greatly appreciate all of you. If you're interested to, go ahead and follow the Facebook page For the Love of College Football. I post all the newest updates and posts from all your college football outlets out there. So with that said, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Go Blue.